Hello everyone, this is Amit Desuri from Toronto Drivers. Wish you all a very happy new year and may you all pass the road test with flying colors in 2020. Friends, in this video I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to get over anxiety before the road test. First of all, I'd like you to understand that being anxious or nervous before the road test is natural. That's okay to be nervous. Hey, you know what? When I had to do my G test the second time, that is when I wanted to get my driving instructor license, I had to do the G test again. I was very nervous on the day of the test. Even though I had driven the car for 15 years and I had had the license, G license for 2 years, I was very nervous. So a little bit of nervousness is okay, but if you're very nervous, then you can try this method to overcome anxiety. See, the number one thing that I would recommend is practice. I can't emphasize enough on this word because this is something that helps you build muscle memory. Hey, if someone were to take your test today on how to walk, would you fail that test? No, because you've been walking ever since you were born. Like maybe after 6 months you started walking and you've been practicing walking for a long time. You can never go wrong with walking. Similarly, if you're driving for a month or two, that's enough practice. That's enough for you to build muscle memory. Your hands get used to the steering wheel. Your feet get used to the pedals. So there's no way you could go wrong in terms of the road rules or driving the car. So practice as much as you can. Practice in general. Practice on the route that you'd be doing the test on. What I used to do was I used to take my students for a drive on the route. Sometimes I did that just before the test. Sometimes I would take them, on a weekend before. So whatever works for you, go practice on that route. Get as much practice as you can in terms of parallel parking, reverse parking, all the parking maneuvers, and practicing on the route, practicing in general. Get as much practice as you can. So that's one way to overcome anxiety. And the number 2 thing is smile. See, smile is a great way to relax your muscles. And also it makes a great impression on the examiner. When you're smiling, they feel that you're confident. Hey, you know what? Yes, sometimes you may get an examiner that doesn't even want to reciprocate your smile. They're very serious or they've had a bad day maybe, but you want to keep smiling. If you smile, what you're saying to your brain is that, you know what, I don't care about what the result is going to be. I'm going to give it a best shot. Right? So that way you overcome a lot of anxiety. You're now thinking about the test. Number 3 is distract yourself. Hey, a lot of people that I took for a test, they would start cracking jokes. People who had a funny bone, they would start cracking jokes. They would, sit there and wait for the examiner to come, and they would watch people and make fun about the cars and other things that they saw around them. So that's a great way to distract yourself. You don't want to be thinking about your test. That's the last thing that you want to do. What people do is they start thinking about their test 2 days prior to the test, and the night before they can't even sleep. So you don't want to think about the test all day long, all night long before the test. So try to distract yourself, play some music, watch some videos on YouTube, like not related to driving, if you've had enough practice and if that's something that makes you very nervous. So yeah, so just distract yourself and you will not have to worry about the test. The fourth thing is you want to get there on time. Sometimes some people get there last minute and they have to do a lot of things. Yeah, they have to register, and sometimes if there's a lineup, they have to wait in the line, and they're worried that their test might get canceled. This is not a problem when you're going with a driving instructor because they know when to get there. Usually they advise you to get there 30 minutes prior. So that's what you want to do because, you could have a light blown out or something. So you want to make sure that, you get there on time, you register, and you make sure you come back and check your car to see everything is functioning in the car. And if it's not, then most of the times you would find garages right next to the drive test center, and you can bring by a bulb or something that's blown out to fix the car so that your test doesn't get canceled. So that's the fourth thing. Now, the fifth thing that I want to tell you is that this has worked with a lot of my students. So what they did was they visualized passing their test in advance. So what you want to do is you want to visualize that you've already passed a test and you're coming out with your temporary driver's license in your hand. You're yelling, "Yay, I passed the test. Oh my God, I can't believe I passed the test." So that's what you want to do. This actually worked for me. I went for this speech contest, and before the speech contest, I visualized myself getting the prize, winning the contest, and that's exactly what happened. At the end of the contest, I was getting awarded with the prize. So, it's worked for me, it's worked for a lot of my students. I'm sure it will work for you. So you want to think positive that you are going to pass the test. Hey, you've had enough practice, you've paid for your driving lessons, and you did not pay to waste your time or waste the time of your instructor. So there's something that you've gotten from those lessons, and you want to think positive about those lessons, and you stay positive, and I'm sure you will pass the road test. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know what you liked about this video, and if there's anything that I could have covered, write it below in the comment section, and I'll try to address that in the next video. Thank you very much. Do subscribe to my channel because there's a lot of videos coming this year. I love you all. Thank you for being my subscribers and my viewers.